Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. Today, not so cool. It's super warm in Orlando, Florida. I'm here in town, of course, for Star Wars Celebration. Today, I'm taking a little bit of a chill day, but I want to dedicate this rundown to my buddy, Blake Siefkin, who could not join me on this trip. Sorry, Blake. I hope you're having a great day in the studio, but let's get started with our rundown. As promised, the massive Star Wars celebration kicks off today and runs all weekend long. Disney and Lucasfilm are expected to unveil the first footage from Episode 8, The Last Jedi, at a special panel for the film tomorrow. In the meantime, they've already announced an all-new animated series called Star Wars Forces of Destiny. It will be a series of shorts focusing on different heroes from across the Star Wars galaxy, featuring Daisy Ridley as Rey, Felicity Jones as Jyn Erso, Lupita Nyong'o as Maz Kanata, and Ashley Eckstein as Ahsoka Tano. The show is being produced by Clone Wars and Rebels executive producer Dave Filoni, and the stories it tells will be part of the official Star Wars canon, so they'll count as much as the films. Forces of Destiny will launch this summer on Disney's YouTube channel. Along with The Last Jedi, Disney is also expected to unveil other Star Wars projects like Battlefront 2 and the next season of Rebels right here at Celebration over the next few days, so stay tuned to our channel for coverage from the event. And when you're traveling to Orlando, or anywhere else for that matter, there's nothing like a good Nintendo Switch by your side. Nintendo made loads of announcements yesterday evening during their latest Nintendo Direct presentation. First up, the 3D fighting game ARMS will punch out the Switch on June 16th. It will have a variety of different modes and control methods, but the coolest is the one that lets players swing their arms around with the Joy-Con controllers in their fists. Just try not to punch each other out for real, okay? After that arrives, the colorful new shooter Splatoon 2 will ink the Switch on July 21st, complete with 3 new amiibo figures. Nintendo also unveiled a new multiplayer mode for the game called Salmon Run, which is basically a horde mode where 4 players fight waves and waves of enemies. The Switch is getting more colorful in real life because Nintendo unveiled a pair of new yellow Joy-Con controllers, giving you another color option for those of us who like to mix and match. Those are available on June 16th, if you can find them. Several big Switch games from third-party developers were also shown off during the latest Nintendo Direct, including the 2 new Sonic games, Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania, both of which are coming later this year. Developer Overkill Software announced that their online shooter Payday 2 is coming to the Switch later this year as well. They haven't said if any of the expansions will be available, and we hope the Switch Wi-Fi is fast enough to run the game smoothly. Either way, putting a big PC game like Payday 2 onto the Switch demonstrates how powerful and versatile the system can be. An even bigger third-party game, Minecraft, will be coming to the Switch on May 11th, offering online multiplayer for up to 8 players, as well as local split-screen multiplayer for up to 4 players. And it wasn't just all Switch news. Nintendo also gave their other portable platforms some love. Not 1, not 2, but 3 Kirby games have been announced for the Nintendo 3DS. The first is called Team Kirby Clash Deluxe and is basically a standalone version of the 4-player minigame Team Kirby Clash that was introduced in last year's Kirby Planet Robobot. That's available now on the eShop. Next up, another Planet Robobot minigame, Kirby 3D Rumble, is getting the standalone treatment as well. It's been renamed Kirby's Blowout Blast and will feature the same gameplay with bigger stages and more enemies. The third Kirby game that Nintendo announced promises to be a lot bigger than just an expanded minigame. They haven't given it a title or provided any gameplay footage yet, but they say it will be a multiplayer action game. Expect it this holiday season. It's not all Kirby on the 3DS. Nintendo has revealed that their long-awaited Pikmin 3DS game, first announced last year, will be titled Hey, Pikmin, and launch on July 28th. This will be the first Pikmin game built for a handheld platform and reimagines the familiar Pikmin leading gameplay in a 2D world. It will also come with a new Amiibo 3-pack. Finally, speaking of Amiibo, Nintendo announced several more figures, 3 new Zelda-themed Amiibo, Majora's Mask Link, Twilight Princess Link, and Skyward Sword Link, all coming to stores on June 23rd. 3 more figures based on Bayonetta, Fire Emblem's Corrin, and Final Fantasy's Cloud are due on July 21st. It looks like Josh Brolin is double dipping in the Marvel Universe. Brolin, who already plays the villainous Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has been cast as the powerful soldier mutant Cable in Deadpool 2. This ends a lengthy casting process that saw many different actors up for the role. Brolin seems like a good fit. He's got the serious, square-jawed look of the character, but also has the comedic chops that will come in handy for a Deadpool movie. Hopefully, this doesn't create a conflict of interest with his ongoing role as Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Although X-Men is a Marvel comic, the films are made by 20th Century Fox, not Marvel, so they take place in their own cinematic universe that's separate from the MCU. Cable has often appeared alongside Deadpool in the comics, and his serious, no BS attitude contrasts with the fast-talking mercenary, creating plenty of moments of odd couple-style humor. Ryan Reynolds will be back in the lead role, and the sequel will be helmed by John Wick co-director David Leitch, replacing Deadpool 1 director Tim Miller, who dropped out due to creative differences. There's no release date yet for Deadpool 2, but it's expected to arrive in 2018. One of the most beloved Harry Potter characters is returning in the next Fantastic Beasts movie. Variety reports that young Pope star Jude Law has been cast as a young Dumbledore in the upcoming sequel to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The movie takes place 70 years before the events of the Potter series, focusing on the magizoologist Newt Scamander, who is a friend of Dumbledore. Jude Law will be the third actor to play the character, following Michael Gambon and the late Richard Harris in the Potter films. The new Fantastic Beasts movie will begin shooting soon and is slated to conjure up a release date in late 2018. Microsoft is working on a cure for gamers suffering from buyer's remorse. Refunds for digital games are coming to the Xbox One and Windows 10. Microsoft has begun rolling out a refund policy for select users on the Xbox Live Preview program, giving them the ability to return a digital download and get a full refund if they're not satisfied with the game. The refunds will only be available for 14 days after a purchase, and only if you've played the game for less than 2 hours. I guess that means you could scam them by beating a game in less than 2 hours and then getting your money back, but that seems pretty dishonest, not to mention difficult. The refund program is still in the testing phase, and Microsoft hasn't said when it will be available for everyone. Canadians won't be winning the Stanley Cup this year, not according to EA Sports. The makers of NHL 17 have used the game to run another one of their annual simulations of the real-life Stanley Cup playoffs. According to them, the Nashville Predators will beat the Montreal Canadiens in Game 7 of the final, claiming the Stanley Cup. EA uses all the player data from the game to make their predictions, and they have a pretty good track record, so place your bets accordingly. The real-life Stanley Cup playoffs just kicked off last night, but the finals won't be happening for another few months, so we'll have to wait a while to find out if EA is right. And that wraps us up for the rundown today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new one. Don't forget to click around, watch some of our other video content, and hit subscribe if you dig it.